welcome back to What a Movie. I am Tony.
And I'm Kat.
And we're back for Better Call Saul, Season 3. Last time, Sabrosito. We had half of the episode was the cartel related and Mike and all that, which is really cool. And then the end half was Jimmy and Chuck related with their little ongoing feud.
But they got the information they needed. So.
Yeah, him and Kim. So people have commented because we said, what would we call the like the Kim version of Slippin' Jimmy? We were like Slippin' Kim. It's like Slippin' Jimmy, Slippin' Kimmy. We were so close. That's the official name like fans came up with, was Slippin' Kimmy, and we so nearly got there. But you know, there we go. But we are on to Season 3, Episode 5, Chicanery. This aired on the 8th of May 2017, directed by Daniel... Oh god, what have I wrote here? Directed by Daniel Sackheim and written by Gordon Smith. So, last time I said Chicanery, I recognised the name. I feel like I've heard that. I don't know anything about it.
Isn't it like... I'm just thinking of like chicanes that are like, you kind of avoid them.
So chicanery means...
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, no, so I believe it means like... It's like shenanigans. Like, you're like... It's like... That's what I think it means. Let me search it up. Like, I think you're like goofing like around the rules. Do you know what I mean? Like not following...
Yeah, like...
Yeah. The use of deception of subterfuge to achieve one's purpose. So you're like, you're trying to... Yeah, you're not doing things like...
To the
book in the intended way, the way people think you should do it.
You're not going in a straight line about it, you're zigzagging to get your point.
That gives me the impression that's what Kim and Jimmy are going to do. Maybe. And I reckon that might be what this episode is, all about this whole case? I don't know what it is, the other reason I got really excited, because obviously I recognise that name, but I got really excited because the writer is Gordon Smith, and he's the writer of 5-0, Gloves Off, like inflatable, really good episodes, so... High hopes. High hopes. But yeah, I think it's going to be more centered on that this episode. We got a lot of the Hector, Gus, all that last time. My favourite bit of the last episode, though, was the meeting between Gus and Mike. It was Gus and Mike, and he said, maybe you should work for me. And the music was so good.
Could that also describe the way that Gus is kind of letting Mike take down...
It could do. But,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
use of deception, because obviously they don't know that Mike
is aware of Gus. Very well be, but
it's for Gus's purpose, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it works
just
with
the way it's worded, I feel like it's
I get
more,
what you're saying. It probably is to do it, but I'm just saying it could work the same as Gus's purpose to take over the drug thing, that he's letting Mike kind of go at theirs because it is affecting things.
Like one of the questions is, what happens in Chicanery? Better Call Saul? Well, let's find out. Full reactions in the description. You need your own copy to watch along. We're watching on Netflix UK. If you've got your own copy, just sync it up with ours and watch along. Otherwise, you can watch the cut down version right now. Let's go.
We're chipping?
Oh no,
it's a lawnmower.
Nice.
I've never used
this is in the past. I'm telling you, it's got a blue hue to it. It feels like it is. Yeah, 100%. That's an old car as well.
Found a phone. It looks like it's from 1967, but I think it'll work.
Just a sec, Jimmy.
Sockets and stuff are looking A-OK. We're almost there.
Good. On, off. I think off. Yeah, off it is.
John, you sure this is the right play? The bigger the lie, the harder it can be to dig out.
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
What is he doing? Is this in his... What is...
I don't know what's happening.
Is this in his mind? What the heck? He's performing a satanic ritual. What is
this
happening?
makes sense. Everything's come together.
Yeah.
Why is there...
There's a lot of candles.
It's like a date.
It's a date, yeah. So they've made it look like his house is functioning. Right?
But then she cooks in there. Do you remember?
No. He took his wedding ring off. This is someone else.
Oh.
Right? This is not Rebecca. This is...
Maybe.
So they're trying to make the house look normal, so then... Right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like... Yeah. So what's the lie gonna be, though? Like, oh, the electrics have gone. Sorry. Maybe?
Is it Hamlin?
Or is it Jimmy bringing Kim? No? That's Rebecca, right?
Rebecca.
Yeah.
You look lovely.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Hey, what's with the candles?
The afternoon I've had. 2 hours ago, I take the sea bass out.
What a liar.
No sooner is it boom. Power goes down. PNM mixed up my payment. The deadbeat at 512 hasn't been paying his bills. I'm 215. Exactly.
Oh, look how numbers mix up.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, not cool, but so crazy.
How about we just rough it?
Why not? It'll be fun.
Wow. He's learning a bit of the lying, is he?
I can't eat another bite.
So why?
Cheers.
Why lie?
But why is she here?
That's what I'm curious about, to reconnect. I don't know, like, why did they separate?
Thanks, Jim.
Nobody finished their cheesecake. Disappointing.
I'll have it. Like, come on now, share it.
This turned out better than I thought. I'm so sorry about the lights.
Nice. Atmospheric. I still can't get over Jimmy being a lawyer. A real responsible citizen. I mean, who would have thought? Nice is the same. I would have thought you'd change things up, move things around.
He can't move on.
Great taste. And if it ain't broke, how's the tour going?
It's good. Far East this fall. We'll back to Central Europe. But, you know...
Touring with her music.
Yeah.
You're not complaining.
In Innsbruck? To make ourselves feel better?
They're hitting it off for a
They
while.
are.
Did.
Well, re-hit it off.
Yeah.
Do you think they broke up because she started touring?
Yeah, maybe.
I miss having one place.
Oh, no. Is he gonna freak out?
Sorry. I hate that thing. I feel like I'm on a leash. I'm sorry.
Is the lie gonna fall apart now?
Oh, dear.
No, I'm just at dinner. What's up?
Oh,
Yeah. Got
it's
it.
all
She's
gonna
getting closer
fall
and closer
apart.
to him.
Yeah.
Can you hold on a second?
Is he
Let me
gonna
just get
flip
it.
out? Ooh,
Yeah, no, I...
that's close.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Is he gonna like yell at her or something?
All right, sure.
That blue glow is insane as well.
At least he's moved away.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
She keeps following.
Cause why not? She just wants to be,
Well, no, it's not.
yeah. It's just normal, isn't it? This ain't good. Yeah. What did that achieve?
What is your problem?
Say something.
Jeez. Gotta tell her the truth, man, now.
It is incredibly bad manners.
Oh
to
my
answer a
God.
cell phone in company.
This guy. You don't mean you could throw my phone.
I didn't mean to offend you, Chuck.
I may have overreacted.
Now I remember why I left.
Give me a minute and we can...
No.
Gotta do something.
You already screwed that.
Would you rather she think you're a raging prick than know the truth? If you won't tell her, then I will. You will not tell her.
Why?
Will not tell her. Right.
Man, the amount of stuff Jimmy. Man.
Why?
Because he's too prideful, he doesn't want her to think he's weak, right? Like, but the amount of stuff Jimmy done for him is crazy. And like that beginning, like him watching them was like, he seemed really genuinely happy for him, but yeah, madness. Maybe that's the reason she left. Why has he got a fit? Is he gone to the vet?
Yes, I could presume so.
Yeah.
You're suffocating her. This is a living creature. After this, you put her in a big bowl.
He really cares about animals.
Yes, and our friend didn't refer you to me to get ichthyological advice. I'm looking for someone with a light touch, highly skilled, high-end.
Is he going to get given Mike?
Real pro.
But then he said Mike recommended
You
it.
gotta fit him in a tight space.
So
I don't think so.
I would think Mike, but
Yeah.
I got just the guy then.
wait, it's gonna be Huel. It's 100. Someone
Maybe.
who's like sneaky. He pickpocketed.
Yeah, and don't need
tight
to fit in a tight space.
There's Huel.
No offense to Hugh.
No offense to Huel. We love Huel, man. It's gotta be.
You were hoping too much.
No, I've caught it. It's definitely.
Great job, Miss Wexler. Very refreshing.
She nailed it.
Thank you, sir.
All the meanwhile dealing with Jimmy stuff.
There is something you need to hear. Charles has been making some very ugly allegations about his brother, Jimmy, having to share an office space.
I mean, be honest about it, I guess.
What?
He believes Jimmy transposed the address numbers.
How would he even do that?
It sounds so ridiculous. That
Yeah. Wow, be honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kim's doing the right thing.
I wanted to tell you this in the spirit of full disclosure.
The tone has changed completely.
If there's one thing I cannot abide, it's a man who won't own up to his mistakes. He's not going to screw me out of the best outside counsel.
Thing is, she's done her job better than they did.
Yeah, and she's being honest. She's like...
I'm so glad to hear that.
You can call this baby put to bed.
Nice.
Where we go?
Is that good for you?
You're sure it's not going to be a problem?
I am.
I'm worried it's going to blow
Mesa
up.
Verde isn't involved in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Okay, great.
She seems more worried than he does. Yeah.
But that's what she's paid to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
it was good she told them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, definitely. Oh, all the electrics, eh? No, stop.
You can run without lights, collect all cell phones, and hold them for the duration of your testimony.
That exit sign is so...
I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about the exit signs. It's code.
Health and safety.
How are you doing? Thank you.
How you feeling, Chuck? Because this is a lot to ask. Maybe you don't need to testify at all.
No, I do.
It's already a solid case. Maybe there's no need to put you through the ringer like this.
This isn't about me.
he needs to see it goes.
Oh, yeah,
the right
100%.
way.
We are.
We lost a client. Your brother accessed documents that should have been secured at HHM. One of my jobs is to safeguard the firm's reputation.
This is not the time to worry about how we look. This is about what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not going to risk Jimmy
the
getting,
big picture
what,
is...
a year's suspension? He deserves disbarment, not some slap
That's
on
all
the
you've
wrist.
ever wanted for him, though. You never wanted him
Do
to
you
be alone
think-
in the first place.
Do you think Jimmy told
Let justice be done, though the heavens fall.
Jeez.
Nat?
Sorry to keep you waiting. This'll do nicely.
Okay.
Jimmy told what? What?
You know Chuck's ex?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, that's it.
I'm Robert Alley for the State Bar.
Wondering if that's where the
Daughter of
hatred...
James M. McGill,
I don't
the State
know-
Bar
well,
intends to
hatred
prove
would
the
come
following
before that, I
violations
think.
of the ethical code.
This is a great
Engaging
way.
in conduct the lawyer knows is criminal.
This is so
Committing
cool
a criminal
the way they're
act
doing
that
this.
reflects adversely on the lawyer's honesty or trustworthiness as a lawyer. Assaulting another lawyer in his own home reflects badly on Mr. McGill's
he
fitness
didn't-
as an attorney.
No, but they're saying he did. Again, verbally assaulted, right?
16-304, unlawfully altering,
That reserved parking for Chuck, I
concealing,
guess.
obtained a recording between himself and his brother Charles McGill. The committee will agree that disbarment is warranted for James McGill.
I really like the way they did that with the audio over their entrance. It's cool.
You've already read Mr. McGill's pre-prosecution statement. We don't dispute. He broke into his brother's house. An
Yeah,
act
well,
he
kind of
regrets.
owning up to it.
There is another side to this story. One not about calculation or
How's she all involved?
but about two
I'm like,
brothers. His relationship after years of strain finally broke.
Chuck is not able to protect that tape.
We believe
The house
that
is
after you have the
empty.
complete picture,
Shit, nah.
you'll understand
Maybe.
James McGill is an asset to our legal community.
Thank you, Miss Wexler.
That's good. It is about more than that, though. Their whole relationship. Yeah. That's a
Bang,
cool
bang.
shot.
Then he kicked down the door. He demanded Charles turn over the evidence.
Objection. The defense has only acknowledged it as a piece of property.
Allow me to rephrase. Jimmy demanded an audio cassette, help of an iron fireplace implement, to pry from Charles's desk. Broke the cassette and went on to confront his brother. Mr. Brightbill and I were concerned that Jimmy might strike his brother.
Come on now. Even Chuck admitted that he would never do that.
Miss Wexler?
Oh, this is weird.
yeah.
Like she's interrogating her old
yeah,
boss.
it's odd. It's very strange. Oh, she means
You
business.
testified you've known my client for some time.
Nearly 10 years.
Worked in the
His
mail.
brother asked to hire him in the mailroom.
What was your opinion of him then?
She's going to use that Chuck didn't want him to be a lawyer
Maybe.
and kept him in the mailroom.
He was a hard worker.
You had a nickname for him, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Charlie Hustle.
That was it.
How'd you feel when you found out he'd become a lawyer?
Surprised.
He bootstrapped his way into a law degree while working in your mailroom. Did you consider
Why?
taking him on as an associate?
Pretty hard worker.
We did. Briefly.
Why not?
Partners decided it would be best to avoid the appearance
Which
of nepotism.
partner?
We felt hiring Jimmy might damage morale.
Yet he did it on his own accord.
Your firm is Hamlin, and McGill, right? Who's the other Hamlin?
Yeah.
My father.
Which partner was the most concerned with nepotism?
That's so good.
Charles McGill.
So Jimmy's own brother blocked him.
Yeah, so there was no nepotism there.
Hamlin, McGill relevant here?
You understand the relationship?
Don't stray too far. Charles McGill is not the subject of this hearing.
Did Jimmy
That's
know
such a
his
good
brother was the one
argument.
that prevented you from hiring him?
No.
Not for a long time.
When Charles's condition appeared, Jimmy took care of
I
him.
believe so.
And you were shocked
Did you
when you
speak to
knew
the
that.
terms of Charles's leave of absence?
You know I can't.
You can confirm it was due to mental illness, correct?
Objection. Charles McGill's mental health isn't at issue.
I have nothing further.
Said enough, though, I guess. Oh, that look he's given her, my God.
Why is she saying no?
Someone hasn't turned up.
I'm respectfully renewing my objection.
We need to know whether one lawyer attempted to tamper with another's evidence.
I love how they always bring out these old, like, TVs and recordings. Who are we waiting on?
What are you still doing here? Flight's delayed. Keep me posted.
Flight's delayed? Where's she? What?
Begging your pardon, the defense requests a moment to review.
All right.
Delay.
When you're ready.
What are they doing? What is he gonna whisper?
What are we doing? Stalling.
Literally just stalling. I knew it. It's practicing.
In some ways, I can say I admire him. I love my brother. But Ted Kaczynski's brother loved him.
Shouldn't have to reverse this.
Nah.
Shouldn't have to reverse this.
No, not
reverse
something like
this,
that.
Reverse.
Yeah.
I love my brother.
But you hate him.
He has good in him.
You despise him.
But the law is too important.
Sacred. The law's sacred. That's what he keeps saying.
Better sure shit wouldn't be telling you otherwise. You'd go to such lengths to humiliate me. I did it for Kim.
It is very damning.
Yeah.
Like,
Kim deserves Mesa Verde, not you, not HHM.
she ain't
Had
heard
she
it.
heard it?
No.
She needs it.
She ain't heard it at all.
To help her. Like a normal person, but oh no.
Has he heard it? He must have. No, now, yeah.
So can I tell Howard you're not quitting?
Maybe he didn't want her to hear it.
Can we take all the shit down off the walls?
So, like, he obviously said it
To help him, yeah.
to
get
help
him
him,
back into
but
work.
also incriminated himself.
You just confessed to a felony? Yes. But you feel better, right?
It's 100% entrapment, right? Like, well, not that part, but he trapped him into the recording, trapped him into, like, breaking in, like... There's something about that way he said that, yeah.
Cell phones, watches, anything electrical?
Like the way he said you admitted to a felony. Like,
This room. Thank you for understanding.
Your phone, sir?
I left it in the car.
Did he?
he totally did not leave it in the car.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah. This is crazy. All this special treatment, like...
So much effort.
For something that's not, like, even properly diagnosed, like, either. And, like, the hospitals don't acknowledge, like...
No, they're like, he needs a psych ward.
Yeah. And again, Jimmy never wanted to send him to that, like... You'll!
Sorry.
So he put a phone in his pocket to make him break in the thing.
Maybe. I knew it. Or has he swiped something? He's either put like a phone or a battery or something in his thing. Or...
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Because he had a written
and nothing but the truth.
thing. I don't think he stole his speech, did he, or something? And now he's got to go off the dome. But yeah, that would be crazy if, like, and then it rings, like, at some point.
You're partnered at the law firm of Hamlin McGill. The court reporter hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you fine.
Mr.
She's
McGill, try to be
typing.
brief. We don't need to dwell
So
on the
patronizing.
or the assault that you suffered.
This tape, what compelled you to make it?
I had a suspicion my brother had tampered with documents. I believe it was his hope that the tainted documents would cause the client to return to their previous attorney, Ms. Wexler.
I mean, is that wrong?
Which I should note.
Did you have any evidence?
No. My brother, whatever else
Covered it
can
up
be said of
pretty
him,
well.
can be quite clever.
Objection. There's no corroborating evidence this supposed crime even occurred.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
We'll extend you the same latitude on cross, Miss Wexler.
It's crazy how it just relies on, like, them to be like,
physical
yeah, all right, I'll
I felt that a recorded confession was my best bet. Jimmy must have felt the tape was decisive evidence on its
And
own.
how can he know what was going on in Jimmy's head?
Sustained. We just need to hear what happened, Mr. McGill.
Sure. He's just making up.
I recorded my brother to build a case against him.
You do sound somewhat unhinged on the recording.
What you heard was theater, a performance. I exaggerated the
But here's the
symptoms of
real
my
thing.
disease.
Wow.
Can we talk about your disease for a moment?
That's deception.
Electromagnetic hypersensitivity. I know it sounds strange, but 30 years ago, no one had heard of peanut allergies. AIDS was not identified properly until 1981.
What?
Yeah.
These things take time to unravel, even for doctors.
Say that your illness affects your ability to think clearly?
Yes. No, it affects me physically.
I have only one more question. Do you hate your brother?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
That's a lie. You despise him.
There's nothing malicious in Jimmy. He has a way of doing the worst things for reasons that sound almost noble. Law is too important to be toyed with. Mankind's greatest achievement. The rule of law, the idea that no matter who you are,
I don't know about that.
He waffles on too long.
And laws, again, have been made up as they go and changed.
It breaks my heart. That's why I did what I did. Not to hurt him, but to protect something that I hold sacred.
The law.
Do you want
an
achievement award?
Yeah.
No.
But like his argument of like diseases not being found and new discoveries, like laws have changed, haven't they, over time?
I'm sorry,
and
my
stuff.
co-counsel and I need a moment.
You're immersed.
Please be brief, counsel.
What? Yeah. Sorry?
You're so immersed. Jesus Christ, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh God. Well, she.
Might I have a moment to get a breath?
Let's call this 15.
Yeah.
Everybody, please.
All I was saying that his argument for diseases and stuff have been discovered over time and things change. He said about the law, but laws constantly change, and laws are different wherever you go.
It's good to see you.
I have to say, I'm a bit surprised.
Chuck, I wish you'd told me. I can't believe what you've been going through.
Oh, jeez.
You're here to help.
He's worried about you, Chuck.
What exactly did he say?
Allergic to electricity?
Oh.
He sent me pictures of the house. Chuck.
Oh, yeah. God damn.
I didn't want to upset you, but now you're here.
And now you're worried.
Why is he saying it's so like an evil villain?
I came because I thought it was the right thing. I would love to spend some time with you. But right now, I think I should go.
No, please. I want you to stay.
Really? You don't seem happy to see me.
Yeah.
Just surprised, that's all.
Really throwing him off.
Stay.
God damn.
Are you sure?
I want you to see what's what.
He wants to see Jimmy. Oh, I feel like he's going to be shown to be really embarrassed in front of her. Like, oh man, Jimmy really throwing everything in there, isn't he?
Yeah, what'd you expect?
I don't know, just not her.
It's weird when you feel like that. But it's not what you expected, but...
Yeah.
You know, she's gonna hate you when this is over.
Yep.
Damn. He'll do anything though.
I'm half expecting Jimmy to cross-reference, like, interrogate. It's not interrogation,
No, I don't think it would be allowed, would he?
I'd like to turn cross-examination over to my co-counsel, James McGill.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'd like to try and follow your story of why and how you recorded
Is
it.
this where you claim the tape is spurious? It's not really your voice.
No.
That's me on the tape.
But you say you're allergic to electricity. How do you record
The
it?
recorder, it must have hurt like hell for you to touch that.
There was a degree of discomfort.
And where did you hide it?
Tucked under a space blanket.
Oh, there's no chance I would see it. Would you like to set the scene? You know, what's your house look like at the time?
Objection. Relevance?
How can you know what the tape really means unless you know what was going on when it was recorded?
That's true.
Overruled, the witness could answer the question.
I covered most of the walls with insulation, hung a number of space blankets.
All over the walls and the ceiling. It was like being inside of a disco ball.
Do you have a point?
It literally was. Oh, this is crazy. Them going against each other.
By how much work went into entrapping me. You went all out.
Entrapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I provoked an admission.
How did you know it would work? A bunch of shiny plastic would make me say anything.
Because you know he cares about
Isn't it
you.
because you knew that it was precisely the thing that would worry me so much that I'd say anything?
Objection.
Okay, withdraw. Get back to your house. Nothing crazy about that.
I was playing up my condition. Usually it's a perfectly normal house.
You think your house is normal?
Pictures.
This is your house, right?
Yes.
Exposed wires. There's a camp stove. There's a lantern on top of newspapers.
Adaptation. Measure for a physical, medical condition.
Did the doctor who granted me guardianship for you think this was a physical condition?
Objection.
State Bar opened the door to this on direct when the witness talked about his supposed play acting.
Yeah.
Allowing me to follow up on Cross is only reasonable.
That is true.
Allergy, not a mental disability.
Potato, it comes down to this. In order to understand what I was thinking, you need to see Chuck through my eye. To know if I believe that tape was evidence. And I say it was evidence of only one thing. My brother hates me. I lied to my brother to make him feel better. Which of us you believe depends on how we all understand the mind of Charles McGill.
God damn. This shows Jimmy's a good lawyer as well, man.
Promise the defense some leeway.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
But watch yourself.
No. Be careful what you say. He's killing it, though.
Chuck, I'd like to go back. Talk about when these symptoms first started. Shortly after you were divorced, is that right?
Yes.
Ex-wife is present with us.
Objection. I can't see what purpose this serves.
I can. I'll tell you why my brother brought my ex-wife.
Oh, he's going to lose it. Going off the handle.
Lured by concern for me. The last time I saw her, I covered up my illness. I didn't want you to think less of me.
Yeah, exactly what I said. He's pride.
Now Jimmy has outed me in front of you to rattle me. He's hoping this will break me down, split me apart at the seams like a murderer confessing on an episode of Perry Mason.
It's kind of done that. You're ranting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Jimmy. Have I answered your questions to your satisfaction? Do you have anything else?
Guys, so damn patronizing.
Yeah, I do. Earlier you talked about other diseases. If you'd had, I don't know, lung cancer, would you have told Rebecca then?
Maybe I might have.
Why does this make it different? Yeah.
What does it feel like?
There's a tightness in my chest, difficulty breathing.
Sounds like anxiety and panic attacks, really.
Burning pain.
Sounds horrible. Does it hurt right now?
Always some discomfort, yet. Panel for their accommodation here today. I can handle this fine.
Sorry about the exit sign.
They're not drawing much current and they're far away.
Why is that difference?
With distance, per the inverse square law.
Here's you.
I'm not a physicist.
Farther away it is, the stronger the source needs to be to have an effect.
What is going on here?
Yeah.
Can you feel more current coming from any particular direction right now?
Oh, he's doing what the doctor basically did.
Up through the floor? Can you tell us where the nearest source is right now?
Jimmy, do you have something in your pocket?
Do you?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact. My cell phone. This distance, you should feel it, and you don't, do you?
Mr. McGill, you were warned to leave your electronics outside.
It's all right. May I?
Taking the battery out.
Just as I thought. There's no battery in here. Remove the battery. Sorry, little trick.
It's on purpose. Purposely done.
Chuck. Objection.
Sustained. You've taken all the leeway you're
But
getting.
the battery's in your pocket.
Yeah, it's going to ring right now.
Jimmy, don't you know by now this is real? It's a physical response to stimuli.
There's definitely a phone in his pocket.
Could you reach into your breast pocket and tell me what's there?
What now?
The battery.
What that was?
A battery.
Mr. Chairman, please.
You recognize that man in back? His name is Huel Babineau. He's on our witness list. You bumped into him in the stairway. He'll testify he planted this fully charged battery on you over an hour and a half ago.
Hour and 43
And
minutes.
An hour and 43 minutes.
And you've had no symptoms.
No idea.
And you felt nothing.
Faces.
Isn't
Their
I
faces.
submit that Mr. McGill's mental illness is a non-issue. If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the
I am
defendant...
not crazy!
Oh, God damn.
I am not crazy. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216. Never. I just couldn't.
You're losing it.
He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the copy shop to lie for him.
Mr. McGill, please, you don't have to go
You think this is something? You think this is
He's trying to save him.
This chicanery? He's done worse.
Chicanery.
That's billboard. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? No, he orchestrated it.
It's crazy how right he is, but...
He defecated through a sunroof, and I saved him. I shouldn't have. What was I thinking?
This is crazy.
He'll never change. Ever since he was 9. Always
It shows he has
a vendetta.
a vendetta against him, and always has.
Our Jimmy couldn't be precious Jimmy stealing them blind.
Oh, the
He
shot.
gets to be a lawyer. What a
So
sick joke.
good.
I should have stopped him when I had the chance.
Oh,
You have to stop him.
you've ruined it all. You've really screwed it up, man.
Hamlin and Hamlin?
God damn. This is awful.
Problem is,
that's what needed to be done.
It's like a brutal way of doing it, but
yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, it's too late now. It's all been.
I lost my train of thought.
It's all been wrote down.
Yep, she's been tip-tapping away.
I got carried away.
That shot was so good. Just zooming in on his face.
You have anything else?
God, that's all.
No, nothing further.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's like a humiliating way to do it, but there's no other way to prove.
Oh. Now is he going to question his own sanity? Like, yeah. What
I knew that was going to end.
Episode, my God. That's crazy. Oh, can't believe we got Huel. Man, what an episode that was. Hell, that was insane. Yeah. It's so good. It's so funny as well because Howard was right. He didn't even need to turn up. No.
And it would have been better if he hadn't turned up.
So much better. Jimmy destroyed him.
I called it like a battery in his pocket. I did say.
I think you said phone.
No, I said battery at one point. I was like, I bet we put a battery or something in his pocket. I didn't expect the phone battery.
No. What a way. Yeah.
I was wondering who's delayed on the flight, but.
Rebecca, man. No wonder they showed us Rebecca at the beginning. Like that whole. Man. Yeah. We called a bunch of stuff. Like someone pointed out, I think it was like one of our comments. It was for an old What We Do in the Shadows, but they're recently watching them. But they pointed out that we're pretty good at guessing things. You're quite psychic when it comes to things, apparently. But yeah, we both guessed stuff. Like, and man, I said it was probably going to be mostly focused in a corner room.
Yeah, it was. We didn't get any mic or
no mic at all. None of that. None of it. Even though their names were in the credits,
it's nice to see more of like because we've always been like, when did this start with Chuck? Like, because we always wondered because he obviously was a lawyer, and he's like Hamlin McGill, like. Deep. But we learn also in this episode that his symptoms started not long after the divorce.
Yeah.
Yes. Jimmy saying like, do you think it was the stress of the divorce? But then we later see that obviously he reset up his house.
But I thought you meant what started with him and Jimmy. Sorry, but you mean the electromagnetism stuff. Yeah, because we have questioned that, like, what happened? How did this trigger?
And it's like the divorce as well. Like, we still don't really know the grounds of the divorce. Like we said,
we can kind of see it with him, maybe.
Like through this, because like when she goes to visit, when she's in town, and he obviously stages the house to look normal.
Yeah, they covered everything up.
And there's a power outage because person down the road didn't pay the bill, or
just lying. And it's so like you said, like him saying, "Oh, they live at 12:15. I live at 12:51." It's like,
But like her talking to him, saying about that she's been in the Middle East or wherever it was and stuff. That I was like, do you think they divorced because of how obviously her music career went? Because she's touring with music, that she wouldn't be there. Like, we still don't know the grounds of the divorce.
Not particularly, no.
But we just know they did divorce.
But then we maybe got a hint of it in the way he spoke to her, and like, I mean, maybe he never did that.
Like, she got on a lot better with Jimmy.
Maybe it's his arrogance, and he's like, it's just he's very like. And like I said, it was all about his pride. Like I said that, he didn't want to even tell her because he's too prideful. He wants people to put him on this pedestal. Like he thinks, and like the whole law is sacred thing. Like he thinks he's so much better than Jimmy and better than other people.
But it's crazy because he's like Jimmy. Obviously, when he talks to Hamlin, he's on FML.
FMLA or something.
Leave? Well, I don't know what that stands for. But it is like it just dawned on me as well. Like. The fact that this whole condition that has not been medically diagnosed, which they continue to call a disease, and I'm like, can you call it a disease when it's not medically diagnosed? Like, hang on a second. But, HIV wasn't found out.
Yeah, that was his argument. Okay. Yeah.
But...
Which I kind of understand that argument.
Yeah, but so this is a medically undiagnosed disease that this person has just had time off work for. And he's probably been paid the whole time he's been off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy.
Well, we saw in the first episode, I think, they started sending checks, right?
Yeah. But what the hell?
Well, they were trying to give them to Jimmy, and Jimmy was ripping it up, and then Howard hand-delivered it to him. Yeah, but...
There was also that perfect bit of Kim meeting... Well, they just sorted out something with Mesa Verde. And she obviously... Too right, before the court went to court and stuff.
She full disclosure, came out and told them exactly what was happening.
And they were like, does this include Mesa Verde? Whatever.
Mesa Verde?
Whatever. At all. And she's like, no. But then
that's one thing I will say, sorry. You may be good at predicting, but you're terrible at names. You are god-awful. You called her Natalie after she was called Rebecca in the scene before. Sorry, go on.
But that was such a good little, tiny segment of them, everything's good, to then when they play the audio tape, Jimmy saying Kim deserved it, and all of this, because now that I'm like, well, has that actually technically brought that into it?
Well, that's the thing he's saying.
Because he's admitting he did it for Kim to get
But the argument is that he was saying all that stuff to make him feel better. So who do you believe is lying?
Yeah.
But she hasn't heard it, and she knew there was something to that story, but has obviously not wanted to hear it, and now has heard that tape.
Yeah.
And it was obviously she hadn't had all that described to her, so Kim going, I did it for Kim.
So unless they can prove that yes, Jimmy did say it to please.
I mean, well, it seems that way. The way that ended with him going off on one.
But if they don't prove that, that's going to be a bit bad for Kim, probably. Because
there is no proof.
No, but if they say he did do it,
the problem is there's no proof to it anymore, is there?
No.
There's no.
But it's even Chuck being and she did get them. And it did, and it's well, what's the relevance? Just saying how.
Yeah, it worked out in the way he said, and then even Jimmy was well, I think did Jimmy say, well, how did you know that it would do that? Because you did exactly the thing to trigger what would make me say something, because I care about
set
you.
The scene up.
That even Kim questioned Howard about it, did Jimmy help him despite not, or everything. And it's so crazy how deep it goes with Chuck and how he went back to childhood to saying he's I should have stopped him when I could. Man, just crazy. But Jimmy bringing out all the stops, went to the vet, which the vet seems to genuinely care about animals. It's so cool. Yeah,
it's cool. I love it.
But
when
as soon as he said
he put it in his pocket. But it was when Jimmy said my witness, he's on the thing. Put it in your pocket 2 hours or something ago, and then
1 hour 48 minutes. I love Huel. Huel's great. But what I said about the vet though, he was I need somebody, and it's someone sneaky, someone can
does he need to be in
quick
tight
fingers?
Spaces?
And you were Mike, and I was no, why would? And then my brain was wrecking who is in the Breaking Bad universe?
You've been waiting for this.
You
have been waiting for this.
It all added up. The pickpocketing, the tight spaces. I was my God.
I am wondering if
so good.
Hamlin is going to hate the fact they didn't take on Kim. It's just his look, and it was also when I said when Kim cross-examined
she was good.
Hamlin. She was good, but it was that look he gave her,
He looked like he despised her, though.
But he's probably hating the fact, we let her go.
Yeah,
she could
I think
have
there's
been
a lot
lawyer
of part of that.
or partner for us.
Yeah.
And
the whole argument about nepotism was amazing.
Yeah.
It was, what's the company name? Hamlin McGill? Who's the other
Hamlin? My father.
And you got the job based on your father. Jimmy did not get the job.
Yeah.
Whereas, Chuck was the only one who didn't want him.
I love it when you could highlight things and then you don't even have to ask any further on it.
So yeah, it speaks. It speaks for itself. It's just so good.
It's she didn't even need to go. And what's the difference? You don't need to say anymore.
Yeah.
Where is this?
I feel bad for Rebecca. Having to find out like that, and like Jimmy argues, if you had cancer, would you cover that up? No, probably not.
So what's this any different?
I mean, we say that. Walter White covered up his cancer for a little bit. So,
actually, of all things for Saul to say, if you had lung cancer, later on down the line.
That was purposely done as well. That is 100%. That's so funny. I've just connected that. Man, this show, the writing is amazing. It's so good. Like, I had doubts about Better Call Saul. I was like, how can they... Like, Better Call Saul is a great character, and whenever he was in a... Like, when Saul Goodman was in a scene, he took control. He was, like, a main character. And I was like, okay, he's cool, but how can they make that into a full show?
Yeah.
Prove me wrong, man. Like, this is so good. But yeah, that whole trickery, like, you'd be able to feel the phone in my pocket. And
yeah,
he's like,
it's not got a battery in. And we're like, where is the battery?
And he's so patronising to everyone, Chuck. Like... people have said, you've never known someone that could be so right about things.
So high on a pedestal.
But he's so egotistical and prideful and, like, patronising. Like, even to the person, like, can you hear me over there?
Yeah.
Like, he's just so damn patronising. And even when, like, he said to Jimmy, anyone questions? Like, it's just the way he says things and talks and looks at people. Yeah. It's the worst.
It's his way or no way, and his way is always
How's this
right.
going to go for the image of HHM?
I do
Is
not
it
know.
gonna? Is he gonna
That's
start
what I said.
spiraling?
Is it just Hamlin and Hamlin after today?
Is he gonna, like I said, is he gonna start questioning his sanity now?
But Hamlin's also seen him.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand why Jimmy worries about him so much? Because it's not normal.
No, and that's why he took all the pictures, sent them to Rebecca as well, and.
We did wonder what the pictures were for. We said they were probably for evidence, but didn't expect them to be sent to her.
No. I love the bit where, like, Kim's like, what are we doing? Stalling. I was like, yeah. But, yeah, what a bloody episode. Yeah. Man, that was chicanery, It was chicanery. He did a lot, but it worked. It triggered him. He... exploded, and then the cut to their faces and looking at him like
it was the way that Jimmy said something about entrapment,
which I said, which is what I said, but he said I couldn't have entrapped you, like, what did he say?
But it was weird because it was almost like, I can't remember what the words were, but it was like Chuck was explaining that he did entrap him by saying he didn't entrap him, because he was said, but I knew you would react that way, and it's like, so you did entrap me.
Well, that's the thing. So entrapment is something where you're coaxed into committing a crime you would never commit. But he's saying that it is an entrapment because that's who Jimmy is, and that's what he does.
It was really like, like, this doesn't make it any better.
But that's what I said. I did question that last time I said about entrapment, because I was like, surely that is what it is, because
but it didn't make it sound any better the way Chuck said, no, this is what I did. And it's like, huh? Is that better?
Yeah. It's, like I said, I've never known... Like, I get, like, Jimmy has done wrong, bad things and should probably pay for those things. But, man, he's your brother. You are such a dick. Like, ugh.
It is that thing of, like, that law firm is so big, Hamlin and McGill. Like... You don't need that case. Like, Kim is setting off on her own, and that's going to put her in.
It was their case. I get it.
But Kim got them that case.
Yeah, but then she left. Yeah. So I do get it. But she was
just let her have it. Like, you don't need it. She needs it.
The problem was she got the case, and then they still punished her, like, and didn't let her run the case.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, maybe it would have been all fine, and none of this would have happened. But yeah. But then I guess none of this would have happened if Jimmy wasn't Jimmy.
Yeah.
And if Chuck wasn't Chuck.
Yeah.
So, but the gang's together, finally.
Yep.
Saul Goodman, well, not quite. Jimmy McGill, Huel, and Francesca. Oh, they're at it.
It's the start.
Yeah. Huel looks like
they never know where they're going to end up.
Huel doesn't look as big.
Oh.
As he was. Like, he looks like he's lost weight, the actor, is what I'm saying. Because obviously they made mention of tight spaces, but But, like I'm saying, like, that kind of implies in my, like, because obviously Francesca looks depressed. Does Huel put on weight working?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm like, oh, no. What has Saul Goodman done to them? But,
Just drags everyone down, doesn't he, apparently?
Yeah, but There we go. What an episode.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a week's time for episode 6, I think. I don't know where we're at. Otherwise, we're a whole 7 episodes ahead over on our Patreon if you'd like to check that out. Otherwise, we'll be back in a week's time. Very excited. But anything else you want to say about that episode? So. I'm sure there's something we've missed out, but no, this is really good. But thank you very much. We shall see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.